Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about the sprint race that just happened for the Qatar Grand Prix. Now, before we get into it, here is how it finished. Marquez won it from Alex Marquez, Franco Morbidelli, Fermin Aldeguer, Fabio Quartararo, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Aya Agura, Pecco Bagnaia, Marco Bezzecchi, Maverick Vinales, Pedro Acosta, Alex Rins, Enea Bastianini, Brad Binder, Luca Marini, Jorge Martin, Raul Fernandez, Augusto Fernandez, Jack Miller, Samkit Chantra, and Johan Zarco retired to the pits. Looks like his tyres left him. Joan Mir also didn't start the race due to a sickness. So once the race got underway, to be fair, Marc Marquez was never looking out of control. Alex did try and pass him into turn one at the end of the first lap, but that was literally all that was going to happen between the two Marquez brothers. Marc was comfortable, pulled a half a second lead, and then extended it out to the bones of a second and a half towards the end of the race. But both Marquez brothers looked very, very comfortable. Franco Morbidelli, well-earned third place, I will say. I must admit, Fabio and Fermin Aldeguer were closing him down towards the end, so he did do a really, really good ride to keep the podium. Fermin Aldeguer, one of the riders of the day for me, up 4 places, but very, very aggressive, really aggressive actually. And I thought, he may get Franco on the last lap. He did pass Fabio into the last corner, when Fabio made a little bit of a mistake, but Fabio, I would class him as an equal rider of the day for me. I did not believe that the Yamaha had the tyres to stay there. Yes, he did drop 2 places, but Yamaha on the front row and finished in the top 5. I do take my hat off to you, sir. Fabio Di Gianantonio had a really good ride, solid. He did drop a place, but he did come back. So it was an interesting one, but saying that, a finish is a finish. Aya Agura up 3 spots, really good ride for me. If Fermin wasn't there, it would definitely be Aya Agura for one of the riders of the day for me. Very, very aggressive, very, very brave, and has a lot of control, especially in the hairpins, making the passes. Pecco Bagnaia, I'm going to call it a poor performance from Pecco. Yes, he did come up 3 spots. Was quite aggressive in the opening lap, then went backward all of a sudden. I'm not sure, is it the medium tyre or is he just not feeling the pace? He was on the pace yesterday, and today he is nowhere near the pace where he needs to be, so it is definitely something going on for Pecco. Marco Bezzecchi, another rider under pressure, up 4 spots, yes, but in qualifying, Jorge Martin kind of showed him up a small bit, let's just call it. And then also, within the race, he didn't really look dialed in on the Aprilia. Maverick Vinales and Pedro Acosta, a good enough race, let's just call it. They were up towards the pointy end for a while, but they did fall back once the tyres started to wear. Alex Rins, solid. I'm not going to say it was brutal, because it was a good ride out of him to finish even in 12th. Yes, he did start 9th, but he did get that finish. Enea Bastianini, good solid ride from him. Up 7 places. I think he is the most gained places on the grid. Brad Binder as well did come forward to finish in 14th, but still, that's not where the KTMs should be, really. Luca Marini started 15th, ended 15th. Nothing major there, really, for Marini. Hondas definitely seem to be struggling around here, if I'm honest. Jorge Martin, brave ride. I'm just going to say it like the way I think it is. You can see he's definitely suffering in the left-hand turns. But again, good, brave, solid ride. Raul Fernandez, well, I think a blade of grass moved and took his attention, and he ran wide. I think that has to be the excuse if you look at Aya Agura in 7th and Raul 10 places back. Augusto Fernandez, look, not really surprised at where Augusto is. Fairly surprised with Jack Miller. Seems that he went back 3 places. He started 16th. Looks like tyre-related issues for Jack. And Samkit Chantra, no real expectations of that. And as I mentioned, Johan Zarco looked like he burnt the tyres off the Honda and just needed to retire. All in all, I thought, look, it was a pretty okay sprint. Nothing major, but pretty okay. So it will be interesting to see tomorrow's race. A lot of riders were using the soft and a lot of riders were using the mediums. So it does look like the mediums take some time to come up to temperature. So tomorrow's race, I think the pace could be a little bit slower. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What did you think of the sprint and who is your main race winner tomorrow? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.